Welcome back, guys. My name's and this week you might have seen the Little Pump collab with Kanye West trending on YouTube. I don't know what your opinion is, but I like parts of this video and it's got the minimalist style that Kanye West kind of likes. The song, well, let's just leave it there. The video had an infinite hallway which we are going to create today. Now, if you want to copy the video completely, you're going to need to create your own big shirt and trousers, which I failed to do here, so I'm just going to use some generic green screen to fill in the gap. Since the hallway is going to be created in After Effects, you can choose the texture you want. I'm going to create the wall in Photoshop and insert some lights to break the wall up. I've recreated this light using paintbrush tool, and I've then gone back and added a glow and saved this as a TIFF. However, it's always better to take a picture of an actual wall with lights to get a better end result, but I'm going with this. What you've got to remember is the wall is going to be tiled, one wall sinking into another, so each end of the wall must have half of a light placed on each end, so when they match, they sink in perfectly. Now we're ready to fire up After Effects. Once open, import the wall and place it into a comp. From here, we'll enable 3D for this picture. We can now take the rotation tool and turn it 90 degrees by holding the shift key. We'll now duplicate this twice, one for the ceiling and one for the other side of the wall. Clicking back on the first image, if we push the x-axis or the blue arrow and offset it to the right and do the same for the other image and offset it to the left, we'll start building the hallway. The last thing to do is the ceiling. To do this, we'll rotate the wall on the x-axis or the green arrow by 90 degrees using the rotation tool. We can now position the walls perfectly to match up with the ceiling, as if the lights move seamlessly from the floor to the other side. Now we can place a camera in the comp. Right click and insert a camera. Normally we'd match the camera to the live footage, but as we don't have any here, I'm going to use 35mm lens as a default. As you can see, the hallway isn't infinite yet, so we'll need to go to the effects panel, type CC replica tile and add them onto all three walls. In the settings, we'll expand them a bunch. I've done it to 5000. From here, I'll copy and paste this onto the other two layers. This works perfectly, but we're still left with a gap at the back. To fix this, select all the walls, copy and paste, then hit the R key to keep open the rotation settings. What you want to do is offset the rotation by little, as if the walls are going into each other. Here, I'm offsetting it by 3. Now right click on all these layers and pre-comp them. I'm going to enable 3D and phase through the position properties. This way, After Effects knows which position the layers have in the comp. Now simply push the pre-comp back in the Z-axis until it fits the gap, creating an infinite hallway. Arta comes in. Now we can insert the green screen. For this, I'm using key light to cut out the green. Now you can place this in the scene where it fits right. Now we just need to add the floor. I've just googled floor and taken the first random floor. For this, I'm going to use the same tile effect as I used for the walls to replicate the floor. If you notice, we'll have some dark lines because of the mask. To fix this, open the mask settings and feather the mask, which will look awful, but stick with me. Duplicate this and move the layer down to fit the gaps. We can now drop this into the main comp and place it in the floor. I've got a line here where the minions are touching the floor. To fix this, I'm going to use CC Simple Wire Remover. From here, I'm going to take point A and place it here, and point B and place it here. These 2 points are now defining a line you want to remove. Now just play around with the thickness, slope and mirror blend until the dark patch or the line has gone. We still have the gap in the back, so I'm going to move the minions and fill in the gap as if the wall keeps going. Simple fix. To add some movement to this pre-comp, I could keyframe the camera, but the easiest way here is to pre-comp everything into one comp. From the beginning, zoom in, set a keyframe, go a few frames forward and zoom out and set a new keyframe. This will add movement to your shot. And that's it, an infinity hallway. There it is. I hope you enjoy this week's video. Like always, hit the subscribe button and I'll see you next week.